Muy buenos días y gracias por estarnos acompañando una vez más aquí en Canciones de Domingo con Silvia por KUHS Denver Radio y Televisión. Pues nos hemos visto ya seguidos 2 días, el día de ayer que estuvimos también trabajando en el Festival del Chile en el Jardín de Nix en Aurora, Colorado, así que muchísimas gracias a todos ellos por tenernos allá el día de ayer. Espero que hubo muchos inconvenientes acerca de la tecnología, estaba muy caliente el clima, aparte también por las salsas y todo lo que tenían ahí, pero no, el clima estaba muy caliente y estábamos teniendo problemas con el equipo que traíamos, así que tuvimos que cortar varias veces. Les agradecemos a toda la gente que se volvió a conectar, a la gente que nos mandó mensajes. También el audio estaba un poquito mal, también los micrófonos pues no nos empezaron a trabajar, entonces no pudimos usar los micrófonos. Pero pues aprendimos mucho de eso. Para la otra sabemos que también tenemos que llevar ventiladores, así para estar enfriando nuestros sistemas, así está todo mejor, pero pues, como se dice, se vive y se aprende, así que fue una lección muy grande el día de ayer. No sabíamos que podía estar así tan caliente y que afectara tanto nuestro equipo de trabajo, así que les pedimos mil disculpas y muchísimas gracias a todos los que se conectaron, a los que nos mandaron mensaje y también a los que mandaron mensaje también privado diciendo que me querían ver con cachucha también el día de hoy. Ahí está, traemos cachucha, así que muchas gracias porque me ahorraron mucho tiempo en hacerme el pelo, así no tuve que ¿cómo se dice?, gastar casi una hora haciéndome el pelo, así que muchísimas gracias. Así que les presumo esta cachucha la compré en el, o gorra como le dicen en muchos lugares, la compré ahora en las últimas vacaciones que tuvimos en las montañas, así que también se los recomiendo. Clear Lakes, Colorado, está hermosísimo para salir y estarse una escapadita aquí mismo en Colorado, así. Pues eso fue lo que pasó ayer. Tuvimos varias entrevistas con uno de los dueños, con Randy, de ahí de Nix, el jardín de Nix. Espero que puedan escucharla. Vamos a ver si podemos arreglar un poquito el audio para que puedan entender un poquito mejor las respuestas y eso. Si usan auriculares, va a estar muchísimo mejor. Así se oye más claro, pero si no usan auriculares no van a poder escuchar muy bien las entrevistas que hicimos ayer. Estuvimos también con Mayra Alejandra. Un beso, Mayra Alejandra, si nos está viendo. La tuvimos ayer, le hicimos una pequeña entrevista y también ella cantó ayer allí en el Nix, en el jardín de Nix, con Latin Soul, que también tuvimos unas pequeñas entrevistas con Mari Martínez y también con el vocalista de Latin Soul. Esperemos pronto tenerlos también aquí en el estudio para que los disfruten un poquito más. Y claro, Mayra Alejandra también estará aquí en el estudio muy pronto, así que no se les olvide estar chequeando nuestras páginas del Facebook para que vean cuándo, para que nos cante un poquito más. Ayer cantó unas canciones de Selena, incluso en el vivo durante la entrevista cantó un poquito. Espero que les haya gustado. ¿Y qué más tuvimos ayer? Bueno, pues Lindita, ella también estuvo con nosotros, hicimos una entrevista con ella, nos regaló unas salsas, nos dijo acerca de los proyectos que tiene ahorita, del programa de televisión que tiene y todo eso, pero para que nos hable un poquito más en detalles, vamos a tenerla también aquí en el estudio para que sepan un poquito más de cómo ella empezó y el propósito de ella pues con las salsas y todo eso. Well, good morning, thank you so much for being here, KUHS Denver Radio and TV station, Canciones Domingo with Sylvia. This is the second time I see you guys in this weekend. Yesterday we were at the Nick's Garden at the Chili Fest.
Yeah, that Chili Fest really turned out nice. We approached each other and we talked about it. Says that, hey, it's about Hispanic Heritage Month. And we thought, hey, perfect time, huh? And so we got a few people together, which is yourself, of course. You're a big attraction.
Last minute, okay, so.
Big attraction, right? Come on. I heard it over and over and over again, right? And you hate to, it's like, you're so, you accept it, but you say, really me?
Well, it was, Well, like I said, I just wanted to apologize about all the issues that we have. We didn't know like the heat was gonna be so bad,
Oh my
affecting
gosh.
all our equipment.
It took our equipment down.
Yeah,
It says
so many
overheating.
times. Yeah, so we appreciate all the people that actually were reconnecting with us every single time that we were going live, and all you guys' comments and everything. Like I said, thanks to the private comments about you guys wanted me to wear a hat today too, so I appreciate it because I saved a lot of time.
It is a cool hat.
Yeah, thank you. I was telling them that I got this hat actually at Clear Lakes, Colorado, this last little getaway that we had up in the mountains. And it's a beautiful place too, so if you guys want to check it out.
I figured out what they do in the mountains. Everybody gets their hat blown away, so they go grab them out of the rivers and the mountains. They go wash them and put them up for sale.
That's what happened tonight.
It doesn't. It just looks cool. That's the way it's made.
Yeah, it kind of has a like different texture. That's why it caught my eye. Like when I saw it, I was like, I'm not a shopper guy, so I saw that and it's like, oh, that's
yeah, just like
cool.
kids wear those tore up jeans and all that.
Yes.
But that's stylish, and that's very stylish.
Exactly. So there it is. So thank you so much. I guess I'll be wearing hats every single Sunday, and saving about an hour on my hair. But it is true. I have a lot of hair. Whoever knows me, you guys know I have a lot of hair, and it takes me forever to do my hair. But yeah. Anyways, going back to yesterday, it was really really nice being there. We had Linditas. And she talked about all her projects, her TV show, and we're gonna have her here so that way we can talk a little bit more in detail, like exactly what her purpose is.
And what was neat is she went up there on stage. You know, she had a stage set up. She had the tables, chairs, and she did a thing
presentation.
on calabecitas.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how you make calabecitas. It goes with corn and the calabecita itself, the squash, cheese, and then also good hot chili on top.
Yes, that's what makes it better. The
good hot chili all over on top. It tastes really, really good.
And I'm just trying to share the video, guys, in case you.
And I was wondering if you were going to get that shared. Yeah. So.
Yeah, there it is, and one more. I think we need one more, right?
Yes.
But I don't think sometimes it doesn't let me
share all the video.
Yeah, like to a certain page, like I have to actually go to
all around the world.
Yes. It's like they make all these obstacles so that way you know.
They have
like,
been.
let's
Have you
jump
noticed
that
it?
one.
Yeah, it's like over and over again. That's what happens to me too.
Yeah, I don't understand the way they do that. I mean, do they really want to?
Now the event itself was really nice. They had Latin soul there, and of course we invited Mayra Alejandra over there to sing, and so she kept looking for me, and my equipment was going down, and every time I tried to log into it to answer her, I couldn't because it would say overheating.
Yeah, and then the message wasn't coming through for like another 15 minutes or so.
And I could see her walking around. I finally waved her down, and she'd come over there, and she's a lot of fun, isn't she?
Yeah, she is a lot of fun, and she's a great singer too, and hopefully we can have her here in the studio as well.
And you got to do an interview with her right there, and she did a little bit of the Selena, and we talked about it before she went over to the stage to actually go live. And she was saying, I don't usually dance, and I got winded, and she was coming off key a little bit because she was, because it's hard to dance and sing.
And then the stage too. I mean, it was set up for like the singers, not somebody to dance.
That's right.
that should have been a little bit more stable. So that kind of got you out of balance, and then you're like, oh, am I gonna fall? And she had really high heels.
Yes, and so she did a fine job. I thought she did a good job.
Yes. So props to Mayra Alejandra, and like I said.
So we're going
to bring her. Yeah.
There was another girl that we were going to bring too, but I thought you knew her, but she didn't show up. But she wanted to, and everybody was saying they was having trouble finding parking. It was jam packed.
Yes, it was. So thank you to all the people that actually showed up. I mean,
we were bringing in a lot of people.
That I had the chance to go to that. I don't know
we did
about these things.
Well, we did that other one out south on Arapahoe Road. It was gigantic. And it was we had live bands on stage on a big stage in a big grassy knoll. There was like about 7,000 people that showed up to that one. That one was really big.
I wonder how many people showed up to this.
That looked like about maybe 600-700 people.
Huh.
Easy.
Yeah, because it was inside. It was inside.
Not always that much there, but I was seeing the rotation of the people because some would come and go. They'd get their chile and they get it roasted. The only thing I thought. The roaster should have been to the very outside because that roasting causes lots of heat, and that heat was driving.
That was okay.
It was driving up toward us, and I could feel the heat. I go, Jesus! I thought it was you at first, you know.
Sure.
But I thought, no, it can't be all that heat coming from somewhere.
Like, so I'm not that hot, guys. That's what he's trying to say. Just in, I just, just.
Then you got to do an interview with Randy, which is the owner of the
one of the
Nick's
owners.
Market.
Yes.
He's the son of Nick, and so I got to meet Nick. I know him pretty well. I knew Randy too when he was younger and growing up. I know a lot of these people. I've known them forever, which is really nice to be in, knowing people like this because they're so good to us.
Yeah, and I mean, the turn is really nice. They were really busy. They were so busy.
Yeah.
But, they took their time to do a little interview, tell us a little bit about everything. And they give us food.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good, by the way. If you're at the Nick's Garden, make sure that you get, I mean, they had two different sandwiches.
What was that sandwich they ran out of?
El Chicano.
El Chicano.
Chicano sandwich. Yeah, we really had a chance
to try those. Are you going to make you one?
Those.
Have you thought of making you one at home?
Well, no, because I didn't know what he had. So, well, you looked at it.
Oh, another thing, I was trying to remember this before I'm just going to change the subject a little bit, but there's this gal that there's this gal that comes over there. She always talks to me, and she's Caucasian, right?
Uh-huh.
And she always says, she's so funny. She goes, I went to this one place, and I was saying, oh, I don't remember you. And then she brings out the picture of her and her classmates, and they're all Chicanos, Latinos, whatever, and there's her all, white.
Blonde.
Yeah.
Like, her hair not really like blonde, but white. Like,
yeah, so we're
like
dying, laughing.
Yeah, it was.
And I remembered that, and it was part of, and I had to remember that before we continue on, and I forget to say that. That was so funny. She come over and say hello to you.
I was laughing so hard. Oh my God.
How do you not miss me?
You see that picture, like, well, I don't remember you.
It's
like,
all dark hair, and there she is, all white in the middle.
Yeah, she said they used to call me light bulb. She literally like lit up the whole everything.
She's such a nice gal. She's so much fun.
Yeah. So kisses to her. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. There was quite a few people that they stopped by.
Yeah, there's a lot of people taking pictures with Lindita because she's very famous and popular, just like you is. Like they're around you, and you don't realize. You think, oh, I'm just. But it's true. That's why I said.
I'm just a normal human.
I know. You're very. You're humble. You carry yourself right, but. People come around you, they look at you, even Maida was telling you, whoa, I get to meet somebody famous in person.
No, but Maida was really, really nice.
She was a lot of fun.
Yeah, she was giving compliments.
Yeah, and giving me crap. So you guys, you both jumped me.
Yeah, we were actually taking care of this guy over here, making sure that he had a hard time because that's our job.
It was fun.
Yeah, no, but we had a great time, and so if you didn't have time to make it this year, like we were talking to Randy, and they have festivals like every single holiday, or they try, like the next one is Halloween, and he said October the 2nd, that's when they're going to start the Halloween celebration. But we saw all the pumpkins already there, some painted already.
Weren't they nice? Beautiful. They looked really cool.
I took some pictures, so I'm going to
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had some pictures, and I'll tag the Nick's Garden, but you guys are going to see. And all the pumpkins were like so beautiful. It wasn't nothing like, like somewhere, sometimes they look all shrubbery. Is that how you say
Shriveled up.
Shriveled up, yeah. And no, these ones were really beautiful. And like I said, there were some already painted. I don't know if they were for sale or not.
I think so. That's what they're there for. They're there to sell everything, It's like, and what I thought was really cool too is like Lindita had all of the, help there for her. And the guy that came and helped us, he was like,
oh my God, yes,
he was like on it for
props
us.
To him. I mean, to all Lindita's team, thank you so much for being so amazing, because we were struggling.
I know.
Because
we were first in the heat.
Yeah, we were in the heat, and then we couldn't. You guys couldn't see us either because it was so bright behind us, and then. Yeah, we forgot some things to put up, like our signs and things like that, which you didn't see the signs because we had to move and we didn't have time to take the sign down.
It looked good right there because it showed up really nice.
Yeah, so it was, but yeah, they helped us a lot.
Yes, and so we were able to recover and get, we took our equipment apart, some of it, to keep it cool.
Yes.
And then we were able to get some streams going. They weren't big ones. We wanted to do the big full-blown stream, but it was so hot. And
you have to work with what you have, and we tried to make it work. So that's why I said, like, I appreciate everybody that commented and tell us, we can hear you guys, we can, do this, so we were trying to do our best to
And we got it
make
out.
it
And you got
happen.
Linditas. Perfect. That came out really nice.
Yeah, La Linditas and I think Mayras.
Mayras,
I think
yeah.
Martin too.
Yes,
right?
yes, all of them.
Martinez.
And then here's the other thing that we want to do too is we're going to enhance some of this stuff so that you can hear it louder. We're going to clean up the video so there's no fading out and fading in of it. So
Yes.
you'll get to watch them up
So
there.
he has a lot of work to do.
That's all right.
But it will be better because you guys will be able to hear, because I was listening to it through like with my
Headsets.
earbuds, yeah, and you can hear it,
Yes.
but without them
You
it's
can't hear
kind of
it,
hard. So if you have your headphones and you want to listen to the interviews, you can always wear your.
And then you went also up to the stage, Sylvia, and did an interview with one of the singers, and he was.
Yeah, it was unexpected. So.
And then you were saying, well, he didn't really want to talk. No, it was the other way around. He was all, yeah, never mind.
Hey,
I know, she's stepping on me. No, she touched me.
Yeah. Oops.
Tíralo todo, Carmen, no es
See,
mío.
he got that nervous. No, it's just that we were putting people on the spot.
We were.
Basically.
That we were.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you, let me do an interview to you.
And they're like, uh-oh.
Like
even the owner, because
yeah.
he says, I don't know that much Spanish, and I go, don't worry, she's going to do it for you. And he tried.
Yeah, no,
but
he did
kinda,
good.
yeah, he did all right, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that don't understand why some people, they don't want to speak Spanish. It's like they don't either practice it a lot, so it is a little bit hard for them, or they feel embarrassed that they're going to say something wrong and you guys are not going to understand or laugh about it. But
now here's a story I love telling everybody about Sylvia in Spanish. Okay, so on the video behind us, you see a picture of Danny Ulibarri and Sylvia with one of her second interviews.
That was my second interview with Danny Ulibarri, my beloved.
And so today is his anniversary of the death of Danny. It's 2 years.
2 years.
And so we used to always put his music on Thursday, was the encore shows, and we did one of the tribute that we did with the family and everything. You were in there. You were talking. We can hear you talking.
We're talking and crying.
Yeah, and Andy Stokes, everybody was in it. It was really a nice interview. I thought, man, I don't remember everybody. I didn't even remember you coming in there because it was such a touching.
It was hard.
Touching.
Yes,
it was really hard. But to tell you about Sylvia on this, it's how we discovered Sylvia to come into the studio. So we talked about it, and she's talking about knowing Spanish, speaking Spanish, and she was speaking in English, of course. And I stopped, and we're going to do a second. We're going to do a second stream. And in between that, the off time, I said, would you mind speaking in Spanish? She looks at me with this look. I know how to speak English real well.
I didn't raise my voice like that.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. She gave me this look like, step it up, boy. No, meet me outside. No. And so she said, okay. And so we went with Spanish, and just like I've always said, her voice is calming. It's not obnoxious or annoying. Some voices are in Spanish. So a lady will start talking. She wasn't like that. It was real clean and pure. And after that whole event, after he did the interview and stuff, I don't know if it was the second one.
This is the second one.
Is that the one where I asked you to speak in Spanish?
No, that was the first time. The first one, yeah. Which it was, I think, like a few months before this one.
And see, we had this show open. It was Ana.
Ana Lugo.
Shall we say El Chingona? Or is that a bad word?
It's a bad word, but we're here, KUHS, it doesn't matter. We allow everything. I mean, we allow everything.
It's a family show. And so I said, would you like your own show? And
No, he didn't say that. No, he didn't say that.
I was trying to make myself sound good.
No, he invited me to come to Canciones de Domingo following Sunday. And then after I did that, he did it again the following Sunday. And then he did that again the following Sunday. And then again the following Sunday. But that one time, he messaged me on Saturday night, and he said, so you're coming tomorrow, right? And I'm like, what do you mean, again? Like what's going on? And then he's like, well, we get a good audience when you come here. We get good feedback about you and stuff like that. And I was like, well, no, I don't think I'll do it tomorrow because I was at a birthday party and I was actually drinking. And so I said, I don't think I'm going to make it tomorrow. And then he said, but you have to. And I'm like, no. And after this party, I'm going to another birthday party, and I think I'm gonna drink there too. So, so I don't think so. I'm not a drinker, but that was like very good friends of mine, and you know those ones like peer pressure.
Yep, peer pressure.
So
Yeah, you have to go to peer pressure.
yeah. So I knew that was gonna happen, and he's like, no, Sylvia, I want you to come, and I was like, well, why? I mean, you already invited me like a whole month. Like, what's going on? I mean, am I gonna be like the only guest or something? Because one of those times that he invited me, I interviewed a singer.
Yeah, remember
one of his friends that he brought, and he's like, "Oh, Sylvia, you gonna help me?" And I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute!" Like, I was a guest, and
Luis.
yeah, Luis. I was like, "How am I gonna interview another guest? Me being the guest." So, but he made me do it anyways, and I did it. So then he said, well, you know, to tell you the truth, I was just testing you. I was just seeing how were you, like, if you were professional, what the feedback from our audience was, and if you were on time, if you cancel, you know, all those things. And no, so I think, you know, this is your show. And I'm like, what? I was like, I wasn't looking to get in the radio, and that I'm not a DJ. I don't know how to drive anything here. And he's like, you'll learn. It doesn't matter, you know, it'll be fine. And I'm just like, So I stopped drinking the night, and then I went to the other party just for like a few minutes, say happy birthday, and went home. And the next day, here I was already with my show. Then it was changed to Canciones de Domingo with Sylvia.
And what's nice about it is, like I told you last night, it's been a lot of years.
Yeah, it's going to 5 years now.
5 years.
5
years with on the Canciones de Domingo show. And thanks to Danny Ulibarri, because he brought her in here. And, you know, you were with, what was the name of the modeling company? Oh, what's her name?
Yeah, we don't want to mention. I was with somebody, a stylist. I was working with a stylist at that point. You know, like giving credit to people that don't deserve it.
I even left it open like that, so because if I said it, boy, you'd look at me like.
Yes, but I was working with a stylist at the time, and then the first interview that Danny Ulibarri did, it was because I just had come up with like a short film. About me being like the bad person, and so
you
he
did
really
that well
liked
too.
it.
You did that so naturally.
It comes out so natural.
The
like,
bad
watch,
person.
I'm not gonna smile. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Go on, watch. We'll do a part of the film, and we're gonna show you how she can really look like the bad person.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you. I think you're part of this. I think you were in Canciones de Domingo, and I think you've been doing really well.
That's what you think, huh?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I know.
I don't think so.
And catch more of it later on.
But no, so that's why in the first interview. We're crazy, so sorry, guys.
Well, she invited me. I mean, let's get some humor in there, man.
Yeah, we needed it, right? Like, it's been like so many. When was the last time you came?
Jeez, I don't know.
It's been a while. I can't remember.
I like the way you said that.
Never mind.
The family show.
Yes. But yeah, anyway, so that's how I came to KUHS, thanks to the love doctor, you know, Danny Ulibarri, that we miss so much, and I can't believe it's been 2 years.
And it's really interesting too about this whole show is like Danny's show was really nice, and he made it blossom big and started smaller, and you know he was with Paul, his brother, and as they call him, Paul's sidekick.
Oh,
and that's how they started. And then Paul decided he didn't want him in the show no more because I don't know why. Paul, I hope you're listening. And then Danny approached me and says, same thing, you know, I've got an idea for a show, blah, blah, what do you think? And I go, well, just put theme, put concept, put everything together and tell me what you want and let me think about it. So he put the theme together, you know, the Heartbeat show, and he put together, you know, what he wanted, all love songs. And he talked about his
romance.
Yeah. Yeah, so the romance is big, you know. So
yeah.
That's what was getting all the ladies, and they were woo. And then he would always say, "The love doctor."
Yeah. Like, this is the heartbeat. The love doctor. And he will get everybody going crazy.
Yeah, they're like, ooh. I even got turned on.
You're like, excuse me, Danny, I have to leave. But he really loved the romantic music. He was really really into it and trying to bring people into like having romance back into their lives and everything. And it was
One thing I really thought was so cool was that he told me, I want to have a birthday party for Sylvia in the studio. Do you remember that with Ernest Washington?
Oh yes, that's true.
That
True.
was so
Yeah.
nice of him to do that. Like, and he brought Ernest Washington to sing to you.
I know Ernest Washington.
It's like you were like, huh?
He's just my friend if you're watching, but yeah, I remember that he invited me actually because my birthday is at the end of January, so he had a special show for Valentine's,
Right.
February, and then he said, "Yeah, Sylvia, I want you to be my special guest for Valentine's," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." And but I didn't know that he had this surprise, and then Ernest Washington brought me flowers
Yes.
too and everything. It was just so amazing. We had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great time. We were like
He wanted to
joking
do
around
that,
and
yeah. Oh,
everything.
yeah. And so I go, sure, I'm in. I was like, you can count me in and all that good stuff.
We just missed the cake though.
Oh,
That's the only
right.
thing.
Yeah,
We didn't
that's
have a
right,
cake.
that's right.
Yeah. But then also Danny celebrated his birthdays here at the studio, well on our other location, and
Oh my
and it
gosh.
was really nice. There we
Big
had
party.
cake and everything.
major
and
party.
We had a stage. We had karaoke going on.
That was
Everything
fun.
was really
Yeah, that
really
was really
amazing.
nice.
Yeah. So we just want to say also hi to all his family.
You know,
Kids and grandkids.
I miss that other facility, but if we would have had that during COVID, I don't think we would have been alive. It's too much. It's
Yeah,
too big.
it was too much.
But
yes.
for the time being, while we were there, before there was COVID or anything, we were doing fine. I would like to have that again.
Yes, yes. Especially because sometimes we get like these big bands to
And they
come
can
over and they can perform.
Get on the
there,
sound
you
stage.
know.
We had a sound stage with backplane and everything. We had the equipment, we had the sound, we had everything ready to go. And it was really nice, and so we used to have a lot of fun. So that's what Danny had his party.
Yeah, and we have photo shoots there.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of the photo
yeah,
shoots.
Yeah, there were some
And that's,
photo
I think, the
shoots in there.
very first time I ever seen you do a photo shoot. I was like, whoa. I've never seen you perform.
Yeah,
in a
that
photo
was
shoot.
that was on the spot too. It wasn't like I was planning or anything. It's just one of the photographers, that was doing something in there. He's like, "Oh, Sylvia, let me just test something," and he's like, "Can you model for me just real quick?" And so I just did that, and that's why he's saying that. But it wasn't like a real photo shoot,
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Larry Mark.
yeah, Larry Mark. Hello, my friends. if
He used to
you're
love
watching.
to always rent it from me, and he'd always have all these models there. And sometimes I'd stop in and I go, Jesus.
The studio was full of beautiful women, like all the time.
All the time.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And so it would drive me nuts, of course. It's like,
Yeah. It was like the music stopped and like, what is going on over there? We wonder. And the
Henry's not
studio-
even in there. He's in the back.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Gosh, that's old
Always.
news. Always.
Well, I guess so.
When you hang around with me, you see a lot of things, and you look at me like.
We saw a lot of things yesterday. Let me tell you guys.
No.
There was a lot of things
No,
yesterday.
no.
No, but it was so much fun because it was like a high school reunion for most of the people that they've been,
Out.
yeah, here for a long time. It was really nice, like seeing oh, and I saw so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
I mean, since I don't hang around a lot, in the community, I usually don't go out. So, but they were saying hi to everybody.
Yes, it was a bit of everybody. Their dads, their sons, their uncles, their brothers, others, lovers, mothers, former roommates, former
Yes.
lovers.
Everybody.
Whoa.
But it was really nice, and like I said, they had the Halloween special coming up.
The only thing is you hear things that I don't want you to hear, and it comes out, you sit there, huh?
No, but I hear things and then I forget them.
Thank God.
That's
Or
the
you
way
see
it is.
things.
Yeah, you see things and then you unsee them. You hear things and then you unheard them. So yeah, that's how it works, right?
It's just, oh my God.
Yeah, but seriously, it was a great time yesterday. We had a blast, even though it was a little bit stressful just because of our equipment. We decided, okay, let's not worry so much about it, and we'll be okay.
He wants you to be his wife.
So we're just having the comments. Eric Vigil, thank you for watching. Dusan, all the way for Serbia, thank you so much. Sylvia, I love you. I love you too, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, you know
You
the
say so
Broncos are
beautiful.
playing right now.
Oh, they are.
Yes, so
Oh.
you're having competition with the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos. Okay, well, good luck. They better win.
Well, where's Mike?
Yeah, Mike Martinez probably. I know he was at a party last night.
So he's probably all pedo y
maybe,
todo.
yeah, maybe he's not awake yet. Or watching the Broncos.
Ooh, I used to hate that because sometimes I saw, before when I was younger, I used to drink. Ooh, I hated those headaches the next morning.
Yeah, that's why, like, I usually try not to.
You know what used to cure me, and I hated it, but I'd take an Alka-Seltzer, and I'd drink an Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, yeah.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, or whatever the hell they called it. I'd wait about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, and then I'd have to go, boop.
Oh, really?
Oh, I hated that, and once I barfed, I was fine.
Huh. Well, that's what they say, like, you have to do it, but at the same time, it's like, like, you avoid it, you're like, no, I'm not going to, I'm not going to. Yeah, that's why, like, I usually don't drink just because of the after, consequences afterwards. It's
The
just
consequences.
Like, it's just not good.
Or
I don't like it.
if you're drinking and everything, you pick up a chick or a guy, whatever, you go home with them, and then you wake up the next morning, they're coyote ugly at that time.
Oh, no makeup, no nothing, no
No,
contour,
no. Coyote ugly, you know what that is, right?
No. Well, I thought it was because.
No, coyote ugly is, like if a coyote gets stuck in a trap, they chew their own leg off to get out. Coyote ugly, if you're laying there with her like this and you take a look at her, you'll gnaw your arm off so you don't wake her up so you can get out of it.
Oh, that's what it is?
That's horrible, huh?
Wow, what
Yeah,
you
so
learn.
you
See, every
you
day.
go like this and you're with her and you're like,
I had no idea.
serious, that's coyote ugly.
No idea that was going on.
That was going
Wow.
on. Well, it wasn't going on, but
Well, I mean, like, like.
that's why this arm has got all those.
Lights and stuff.
Yeah, because
that's
they
why
sewed
you
it back.
wear,
They
like,
sewed it
this,
back on.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
No, I didn't do
That's-
that. I didn't do that.
Wow, I'm in shock. Oh my God. You guys don't know what went through my head.
No.
But you learn something every time,
I could teach you a lot.
Susan said, will you be my wife? I'll wait for you no matter how long. Yes. I can't, I'm sorry. I'm already taken. But thank you so much for all your support. So vamos a hablarles un poquito en español acerca de lo que estamos hablando. Estamos platicando un poquito de lo que pasó ayer en el jardín de... Oh, that's what we're dancing. So aquí estamos atrás. Estábamos bailando cuando fui la segunda vez invitada por Danny Oliveri, aquí Mr. Henry Archuleta. ¿Was it a cumbia?
Yeah.
It was a cumbia, huh?
I don't remember that. I just saw that. What was wrong with me?
No,
Sometimes I wonder about myself.
I think you said something about, like, if I knew how to dance those, and I said...
But, what compels me? Sometimes I wonder about myself. I think, what am I doing?
Well, it's
Like yesterday, don't pay attention to him. I was trying to get a bite of their Chicano.
Oh, yes. Well, that's what I told you. You saw it.
And you helped me out of that. And then I think, what am I saying? What am I doing? Don't pay attention to him.
I had to, like, grab him and, like, pretty much have those things that they put on the kids and, make sure he was with me at all times. Keep my eye on him.
Well, I just set my food down there for a reason, because you're gonna take a picture.
We're gonna take our picture with Lindita.
Lindita, yeah. So I put my food down there, and it was by these
two ladies.
They
were having a personal private shot, which he got into it. And
it was interesting, yeah. She goes, well, he's a nice guy. I go, he is. Tell me about it. They thought it was funny, so they were going to tell me about it, and then you pulled me out of there. Shit.
Well, sometimes you never know.
Yeah.
Well, he was wearing the KUHS shirt, so
you don't embarrass yourself.
Come on, they know where to find you,
I know where to find you.
You don't do that.
That was so funny. I know you don't do that.
You don't do that when you're wearing some stuff that you're going to be recognizable. And
you're right.
So make sure you don't wear where you work.
And you pulled me out of some of those before when we've been out and about. It's like, no, dude.
Yes.
No, dude.
Yeah, so make sure you guys, just behave and represent well. Don't do what he does. Anyways, let's go back to the Spanish. Eso estábamos platicando de cómo nos fue ayer en el Jardín de Nix, en el Festival del Chile de la Salsa. Como les digo, era un festival donde había mucha gente que utiliza el chile chilaca, muchos le llaman el chile Anaheim aquí, pero hacen diferentes tipos de salsas, hacen diferentes platillos con ellos. Lindita tenía un mostrador donde ella estaba cocinando y hizo calabacitas con queso al modo de la familia de ella, la receta que ellos usan. Y pues claro, incorporó los chiles y las salsas que ella tiene en su compañía. Y como les digo, ella va a estar aquí en Canciones de Domingo con Silvia muy pronto para que nos platique un poquito más acerca de cómo ella empezó, cuál es el propósito de ella de darles a conocer las recetas, porque ella tiene un canal ya de comida aquí en Colorado para que todo el mundo sepa cómo está ella, pues sí, como dice, haciendo todas sus recetas, porque está escribiendo un libro, ya viene el libro, entonces también explicando cómo es que está escribiendo el libro y todas estas cosas, así que no se lo pueden perder. Pero sí, ayer, como le estaban diciendo, también entrevistamos a mucha gente y los entrevistamos como quien dice descuidados, los agarramos descuidados porque ellos no sabían que íbamos a entrevistarlos. Así fue que entrevistamos también al uno de los dueños de ahí del Jardín de Nix, que fue a Randy. Muchísimas gracias, Randy, que también trató de hablar español y se lo agradezco de todo corazón, lo hizo muy bien. Y nos hizo que pudieran conocer un poquito más acerca de la historia de Jardín de Nix, y esperemos que lo tengamos aquí pronto para que nos platique un poquito más. Era difícil escucharlo, como les digo, si tenían audífonos pueden escucharlo, si no, es un poco difícil de escucharlo, de entenderle, pero aquí el jefe se va a poner a trabajar y va a arreglar los audios lo más que pueda de las entrevistas que tuvimos ayer. Tuvimos a Mayra Alejandra, que también la tenemos aquí en el estudio. Ella estuvo cantando canciones de Selena, y cuando venga aquí, pues claro que nos va a cantar también a capela. Creo que a capela. Does Mayra play any instrument?
No, I don't think so.
No,
She just likes to sing.
So she probably is gonna just sing a capella. But, entonces, ¿qué más estaba diciendo? Okay. Estábamos platicando también de nuestro Dani Ulibarri, que aquí está atrás. Hoy se cumplen 2 años de su partida, de que nos dejó aquí en este mundo cruel. Pero no se crean. Él es el causante del que yo esté aquí, de que tenga mi show en KUHS. Él fue el que me trajo esta entrevista que ustedes están viendo aquí atrás. Fue la segunda entrevista que él me hizo a mí. La primera entrevista que me hizo fue acerca de mi modelaje y acerca de un cortometraje que yo había hecho. Y esta fue la segunda vez que me trajo. I think that was from my calendar.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. I was trying to show you. I was pointing.
Oh, okay.
So that was a really nice. That was one of the nicest things I ever. And everybody said, "Aren't you going to make another one?"
Yeah, they're asking me if I'm going to make another calendar. I cannot say no. You never know.
Yeah, what comes along. They're hard to make. Everybody don't understand how much.
It's a lot.
How much
especially
work
when it's good quality.
Yes.
That calendar was very
good quality. The
yes.
whole thing, and everybody would look at the pictures, and it lasts only a year, but I mean, you can still look at the pictures, cut them out, and paste them all over your garage or your wall, or your bedroom, or up on top, or como quieras.
Oh, Danny had it like that.
Yes.
Danny had it like that. Danny had my calendar on his room, and that's why
up there on the wall.
His sisters were telling me at his funeral, it's like, we know you because he had you all over his room. I took it as as something nice. But yeah, so Danny is the one that brought me here, and that's how I met, Mr. Archuleta, and he tested me, and wait, I was speaking in Spanish.
Yeah.
Sí, estoy diciendo la misma historia en inglés. Okay, disculpen, es que se mete y me quita la inspiración. Pero bueno, él es el causante de que yo esté aquí y que haya conocido al señor Archuleta, nuestro Dani Uribarri. Les digo, como esa vez fue la que me entrevistó, cuando la segunda vez fue que saqué mi calendario y fue que me trajo otra vez al estudio. Y después de eso, unos meses después de eso, fue que me ofreció el señor Archuleta este show de Canciones de Domingo con Silvia. Así que, Dani, donde quiera que estés, un besote, te amamos, te extrañamos
And
muchísimo.
today is the anniversary of the 2 years he's been
Ya,
passed away.
ya 2 añitos que se nos fue y parece que fue ayer. Isn't it seem like it was
Yeah,
just
right,
yesterday?
it went by just that quick. And you know, Sylvia's done a lot of things here at KUHS. She's done a lot of outside events. Seen in El Parque. She's done Night Around the World as the MC twice.
Yeah, twice.
2 years in a row, and then this year was. You've done a lot of different things that are you're. I would say it was starting to blossom for her at one point, but then the COVID problem and all these other issues just sat everybody down. But what's nice is we still get the broadcast, and our broadcasting came alive more because everybody's at home.
Yeah, everybody was at home and we
You
were
were
doing
doing
the
all the
Zoom
Zooms,
interviews, yes.
So it all came back to life. But now it's all. We were hoping it would open back up. It sort of opened back up, like we got to go to the event yesterday and a few things, and we have to get there. We have to get out into that community because you see what happens.
Yes, I mean,
It's
you
like-
get to know so many people.
You know, we
and-
broadcasted it that way. When we put out those flyers, the flyer just was it grabbed you.
Yeah,
And so, you know, they said, well, there may not be that many people. I go, I think there will be. No, there won't be. I think there will be.
there was a lot of
And so I says, you know, Sylvia's going to be there. You go get the greet and meet. Lindita, she kept, it was so funny. She kept saying, can you change this? Can you change that? And I didn't mind. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so we changed the poster to reflect what she wanted up there. So it came out really nice. And of course, I invited Mayra. She always loves to come to some of the things that we have because she likes what we do.
Yeah.
And so I you know, you two got to meet, and I thought, yes.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I met so many people yesterday.
Yes.
It was kind of funny because even then, like when we were at the Chili Fest, then afterwards I went to another event and I met very cool people. And I just want to say, hey, hi, un besote a mi amiga Elizabeth. No, like I met so many new people yesterday. It was just amazing.
That's fun, though. You like to get out.
Yeah.
You know, instead of being cooped up in the house, you know, chasing the kids around, beating the hell out of them, taping them to the wall with duct tape y todo.
But you know, it's nice because like at the Chili Fest, you know, there was a lot of music going on,
Yeah.
as you guys can hear. Like if you try to listen to.
Well, see, that's why I want mine of it. I don't know. There was a feel that they kind of did want her up there, then they didn't, then they did, then they didn't. But you know, because I'm there, it's going to happen.
But it happened.
You know, it's going to
she
happen
went-
because
she
I
went
go
in
and
there.
just.
Give that dirty look, like,
Yeah.
hey, what up?
Yeah, it's going to
Remember
happen.
me?
Yeah.
You do, right? Okay, so you know what happened. When you're really friendly, you know.
You're really friendly.
When you're really friendly, everybody knows that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they better do what they need to do.
Yes,
when
because
it needs to be done.
it goes deep, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like, oh.
Yeah, and then at the event that I went afterwards, they had mariachis.
Ooh, I
Oh.
love mariachis. That's one
Oh
of
my
my
God, I was
favorites.
like, oh.
See, Sylvia, everybody says you should sing, and you know, you can probably. There was this gal that I've known for 60 years, 61 years.
61.
And she's a singer, and she's always played with mariachis, and she's just a. Remember, I told you about her. I've known her forever.
Oh, that's true, that's true.
Now she sings, and if there's mariachis there,
She'll get up.
she'll get right up.
There was a lot of people actually getting up and singing.
Well-
They were really drunk already.
Yeah, did you hear that? Yeah.
So I tried to record them, but like half of the words they were not there.
Oh,
So I didn't, you know, I was gonna post them. So I just posted a little bit on, I think it was Instagram, a little bit of the mariachi.
But we've been trying to get you to sing, and you know, you
I know.
think you got to practice, you got to get voice lessons, all this. No,
I do.
you just have to bring it from your heart and your diaphragm.
Okay,
It's just
here
that.
goes.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Let's go.
1, 2.
1, 2.
This is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Well, I love singing, but like, you know, I know what I'm capable of.
You see how Maida will just come out and just start going.
Yeah, and that's what she said. You know, you need to get rid of your
Your
fear,
fears
and
and your-
then
and
you know,
your
so your throat opens
Inhibitions
up
of
and,
anything.
Yeah,
Just you
so I'm
know,
gonna work on it.
and you know how Ernest Washington comes in here and he can just
Oh my God,
will just blast out
his
there.
voice.
Mhm.
My God, like really, I don't know. It's amazing.
That's a
so.
Cheryl Renee too. She's
Yeah,
got those
Cheryl
voices.
Renee,
Jesus.
huge. My God, that girl, come on,
All
girl.
of them, you know, Reveille, Cass Clayton, all of them. Jesus, where does that come from?
I know, you're like, whew, you get like,
Yeah,
and then the
jeez.
goosebumps, you know.
Yeah.
That's like
That
the
comes
best
from
thing.
something else. Oh
We're
wow.
gonna pretend we didn't hear
No,
that.
it's a family show. Did you always
Anyway,
tell me that's a family show?
I
And you
always
try to
tell
keep
you
me
that.
from saying things that I can't help myself sometimes. It
Yes.
just comes out, and you know, like yesterday, you said, Henry, don't pay attention to it. She comes, get over here. You got the KUHS shirt on, pendejo. Hijo de carnicero.
I didn't say that.
I know you didn't.
I didn't say that.
You said it right now. You don't want to be out there being noticed.
Yeah, because I know where to find you. So when you're,
They know I know you're over there. Oh, did you see? Oh, I seen him on. Oh,
well, that's the weird thing. Like
That's the weird
even
thing.
though at the event last night where I was, they were asking me like, I seen you somewhere, and I was like, huh, no idea, because I didn't like want to say like what
the
it
Latin,
was.
the Latin Music Festival, you were out there, you're emceeing that too. So people see you everywhere, Sylvia. They see you on pictures, they see you live, they see you emceeing, they see you everywhere. Oh, thank you. You think I'm famous?
Well, I don't see myself that way.
Yeah, I know. That's what's so cool. That's you're very humble about that.
So
And
yeah.
a lot of people. That's another thing that people say to me, is that man, she's so real. She's so cool, and because they feel they can't approach you. They feel like I see some people that'll just stay there staring. They won't come close. Meet and greet. That was a meet and greet. People come and meet and greet. The guy on stage from the band.
Oh my God.
That was so funny. You were telling me, I didn't think he. I go, no, it's a whole different thing that I see that you probably don't see. It is.
Oh, I try not to see.
It's just like with you, like we bring in some big names here. Like there's Andy Vargas. There's all these big names that we bring here. And if you don't know the name and then you're around them, you think, no biggie, right? Just like Melissa, we brought Rob Mullins. Who's Rob Mullins? He's all big and famous, writes all the stuff for all the TV scripts, everything. He's big. So she's right there talking, and she's over there looking back.
But see, that's
You
the
don't
thing,
know
like,
who you're around.
But for me, is even if they're very famous, they're still just a normal
Them,
person to me.
Yeah.
I don't treat them any different.
Yeah.
So
And that's just so nice.
that's just what I do because I want to be treated.
And
just
yesterday,
nice.
okay, so not too many people can approach Randy, and I want to let you know that.
Oh, really?
Really?
Huh.
But we can
But I
approach
did.
it. But we can approach it, right?
Yes.
It will always happen.
Yeah.
Especially if Esther's there. No.
And it was. I mean, he didn't mind.
No. No.
Like he
It's
was
like
really nice.
that's what I'm saying. I knew his dad real well, so it just keeps going deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the deepness of what we can do, and together, like I said, take you there. Just go ahead, Sylvia.
Yeah, well, first of all, he threw me to the festival like at the last second. So I'm like, okay, and I never been there before. And then he says, there's gonna be so and you're probably gonna interview so and I'm like, okay. And he's like, have you heard of them? I'm like,
No.
I was like, okay, but you're gonna interview them. I'm like,
Okay.
okay. And what am I gonna say? He's like, you'll figure it out. All right. That's
And I
what
do
I'm
that to
about.
everybody. Everybody says, why does he do that?
But you do that more to me.
Why you deserve it?
Even politicians, like
Oh, do you remember that?
Oh my God,
That was, and it was caught on video. Remember on the politician guy?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking, you go, no, we can't talk about that, but.
Yeah, but yeah, it was.
I called over a couple of the politicians to do an interview with her, and she starts interviewing him and everything. You go, look at what he. Do you remember that?
But that's what he does, and we just go with the flow.
Yeah, and it works. It works so good because improv. She can do improv real well, and then she can translate 10 minutes of what she just talked about in English into Spanish, which makes her that polished. And
Thank you.
that's what I like. Is like Randy yesterday. He's like, and I knew. Don't worry, she's going to translate for you anyway. So.
Yeah, well, I try to help them out, but yeah, we have like a lot of people that they speak a little bit of Spanish or a little bit of English, and we just add to it, or because sometimes you have to like, they want to summarize everything they say like in their native language,
Yes.
you know, summarize it like to the other language. I'm like, okay, I'll just add a little bit so it's not so short, but it's not so long either. So
Exactly
that's
right.
what we try to do. So.
Now, when you did the Latin festival, you did real well there. I remember seeing you doing, and you felt really comfortable out there. It looked like you were just on point because you were doing, like I said, Cine del Parque. But they were trying to me, they were trying to, what's the word where they're trying to make you not feel good by bringing these other people who are supposed to be super professional.
Super professional.
Yeah.
Feel
and they were the ones.
intimidated.
Yeah, there we go. They were trying to intimidate you with this other person. This other person didn't even sound. They sounded like the amateur. Didn't know what park they were at. Just papers flying and grabbing them, not knowing where to read. You picked up for them, and
Yeah.
so it's like, and that's what made you look so good.
And actually, I was proud of that.
Yeah. Got you. Take pointers off of her.
Yes,
What
I was
the
like,
hell?
I'll add those to my, you know, like
Yeah.
when there's a contest or something, it's like, yeah, you know, minus 10 and you had 10 points on the other side, you know, the other team.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's been a lot of lessons learned.
And you've been
know?
around a lot of people like that who will.
Look, that's like.
Oh my gosh, that's
he
not
gotta be amped to dance.
a second time. See, these are the things that I gotta be careful of.
We just pointed again. But yeah,
Yes,
again, Danny Olivari.
He's like this Henry.
It's like, all right, whatever, Henry, just take my guess.
I know.
And you know what's
See,
so
you-
funny? Every time I see that dress in my closet, like I haven't worn the dress
You
since
fit
that
in
day.
it now?
Yeah, it's probably gonna fit loose now because I think
Thinner
it's
than that?
thinner than that. But yeah, I think about Danny Olivari.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Now, one thing about Danny, and we'll go back to what he used to do, he used to love to go to all the events, like I would send you and stuff on, but he wanted to go to every one of them I would send him on. And I go, you sure you want to? Yeah, I'll do them both, one after another. I go to that one and that one. Are you sure? He goes, yeah.
He loved people.
Yeah, he used to love to go out
He
on all the
loved
events. I
people,
said,
yeah.
okay, here you go. This one, this one, this one. Seriously, bro? I go, yeah. Go hit him. And
Yeah.
so, because we have a lot of invitations to go to some of these events, so that way he would go cover them, and he'd get up on stage with them and advertise KUHS and really push his show. And
But I remember when he went to support us when we went to the marathon. We did the marathon. Lenny, you.
It's not a marathon; it's a 5K.
Oh,
Marathon is 26.5 miles.
Okay. See, when you don't run for a long time, you forget things like that. Okay, that's important. But we went to run.
That was a difficult run.
Yeah, that was.
It's downhill,
and
then
that
back
was like
uphill.
my first ever in
that's
like
right,
10,000 years. You know, I used to be like on track. You know, when I was, I think till like 10 years old, and since then I never like run again, and until this one time, which she was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years.
About 4 years ago.
No, 3. It's 3.
3? Yeah,
3
something
years.
like that.
3 years
like
ago.
3 years ago, and so we run it, but then Danny waited for us at the
And he was-
end. And he was really hangover. And he's like, I'm here to support you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like,
I'm not
"Aw."
running. I'm just going to eat the food.
Yes, because there was a lot of food too.
Yeah, they have the food and all the little swag that you can get for running and stuff. And so, you know, I've always liked to run too. And so I was in that race too. It was you, your brother, Mike was there.
My
Mike-
sister-in-law.
Your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And then we
Like-
also got to do a live portion of the rapids.
The rapids, yes,
Yes,
with
remember the rapids?
with the new ones.
Yes,
There was a pair of twins, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, they were very young.
Yes.
I wonder if they're still in
I
there.
don't
or-
think so. No.
No.
Everything switches on soccer quite a bit.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was a big change, and so even the cousin is no longer there. He went to Oklahoma, I think. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's always like a lot of
Yes,
switching going
it's
on.
always
like,
that kind of is a bummer because you get to
yeah.
liking somebody and.
It's like, okay, now what am I rooting for? The team or the person I like in
And
the
so we
team?
were hooking you back into the Rapids before the COVID thing, remember?
Yes.
And that was another thing that I was telling you that
Everything
kind of
changed.
it wrecked a lot of things that you were headed into a really nice direction that we were trying to push you toward. And that's what changes things. You know, it's like, okay, so can I weather this? Yeah, you're weathering it with no problem. You were at the event yesterday, which I built it that way. Come and meet and greet.
Yeah.
and some are afraid to approach you. And you probably don't know that. You just don't know that.
Well, we had a lot of weird looks.
No, those aren't weird. They're just looking at you.
No, but I mean.
They'll tell you, you look different in person, or wow,
Yeah,
look how
you
you
know,
look in person.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I noticed. Like, pretty much a lot of people say that I look very different in person. And a lot of people say, oh, you look the same person than Facebook. But,
And so it's nice to go do those meet and greets out in the community, and they get to actually see you or touch you or take pictures with you and stuff like that. And I was really tickled pink of the way they were all taking pictures with Lindita, because she's on the other TV channel in Aurora. So
yes.
And she's very popular too. So it's like,
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, when Mayra says, like, well, we always see this part of you.
Yeah, then she wants to see. I never get to see your whole body. She's really looking.
Yeah, she was like following me all the way up. Well, you're very tall.
That was so
really
funny. I know. I could stop laughing on that one.
So that was really nice. You know, it's nice when they tell you, like, you look better in person.
And then you're not even on your heels either. You were on.
Yeah, I have boots, but they had a little
heel,
yeah.
But no, I mean,
yeah.
usually sometimes you're on your heels, and so you.
I'm glad I wasn't wearing heels.
No.
Yeah.
Even the cement was a little uneven. Sometimes I would kind of trip because the cement was.
Yeah, uneven. And there was rocks, because we walk over rocks and everything too. So
Yes.
so I'm glad I chose to wear those type of shoes. I wish I was dressing a little bit more cooler.
Yes.
But I had no idea.
Remember I told you about shorts,
really.
and I like the shorts part because, man, and they were thin. I'm still in there. I haven't changed my clothes. I haven't taken a shower, man. That's why she's like leaning this way.
I'm like,
she's over there like.
Me neither. That's why I wear the hat. No, I'm just kidding.
Hijo de carnicero, go clean.
You know, that's nice about the guys. Like, you guys don't have to, like, really do a lot of maintenance. Like, for us.
Bullshit.
That's not bullshit.
No, down there, man, I gotta bring a steel brush y todo. Lots of maintenance.
You guys didn't hear this. You guys. Oh my God!
My roscas.
like Mayra.
She's so funny.
Yesterday, Mayra did something during our interview. It was so funny. So if you guys watch it, like, you guys are gonna laugh so much. It was something that it wasn't unintentional.
Yeah, but it was hilarious.
And I think that was so funny because she did it
unintentional. She
no
felt comfortable. Well, the
it.
camera don't look like a camera, you know, so she just thinks she's just live, but she don't realize, man, you're being broadcast on it.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was really funny. So
come on, tell the people. They want to hear it.
No, but she just did some gestures that that were kind of
funny.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah.
So go watch it.
Go watch it. What the hell?
Yeah, but it was really, really. I think that's when the best jokes come around, when you really don't have the intention to be funny, and then just
comes right off. Yeah.
Come off.
You've done that a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
I have. And now I think about it a little bit more.
You start laughing.
I think about it more though. I mean, when we're talking, like I just say what is on my mind. But when I'm on camera, I try to think about it at least 3 times. At least 3 times.
Sometimes it happens to me quite a bit. I mean, all the time. I told her, I says, why do I do those things?
Because like, we're thinking so fast.
Well, there's other things that I do that I shouldn't be doing.
But but that's with an intention.
That's with an intention.
See?
Wow.
I know you.
You do.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So do you know if they have anything special going on for Danny? They're gonna have a mass or something?
I don't know. I know that his brother was posting some stuff up with the brothers all together and Danny, but I don't know if they're having anything special like a mass or a church thing or a prayer at the home or a dinner and a prayer or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, if you guys are in, hopefully your day is a very memorable day, just full of amazing laughs and memories of him.
And the reason I did the encore show on Thursday, here's what I did. And how the encore show came about was, he would do his shows on Saturday.
Yes.
And then I needed some filler music and stuff for Thursday. I said, Danny, I'm going to use your show one time, and I'm going to call it an encore show on Thursday, because I just need to fill in that space. And so I filled it in, and then the next week, come on, bro, do it again. I go, no, that was just a filler. Come on, bro, you ain't got nothing else. So I did a second encore show. He got used to it. And so that's why I did the tribute to
The
Danny
tribute
on Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was his encore show. And so, and he always wanted that. He'd always bitch me out. Come on, where's my encore show?
That Danny. I mean, I sure miss him.
He was getting
brought a lot of
candy
food.
and all this stuff from the other parts of the world and stuff. It was really cool.
I think I remember.
Yeah.
I remember some
Well, there were
boxes
some
or
things that would
something.
come about that we've kept that quiet, and we'll always keep it quiet.
I think he's telling me to shut up. So yeah. And that's how that it's gonna be.
Well, you've always, you've always had this trust with me. You've always been very discreet and being careful and not to wrap me. Oh, no.
I see nothing.
I know. I hear nothing.
I hear nothing.
Yeah, you're right there, and
No,
I have to sit there, and then I start getting blushy red.
I already know how he is.
And I kind of look up, and I, Jesus, why did she have to hear that? Why?
Because God put me on the way.
Yeah, I know. She just like looks at me. Whoa, she everywhere we go, my God.
Yeah, but everybody knows you.
Yeah, well.
So it's kind of hard, like going
anywhere.
to anywhere with.
But certain things surface that shouldn't surface. You know.
You know about consequences and
I know.
actions and reactions.
Yes, and in life, your actions will cause reactions. Is what she's saying.
Yeah, and you know the karma, dharma, type of thing.
The karma, and the dharma.
Yeah. So all that thing is like related, you know what I mean?
Listen to you. Hey, you're gonna get yours.
I'm already living it. I'm already living it.
I love that.
You know when they say you're gonna go to hell?
No, I'm not.
They tell you hell is this world. So here is where you're paying everything.
Actually, no.
Well, shut
I
up.
can't say.
You used to have a long way to go.
No, I don't. I about clocked out not too long ago.
No, but you did.
I know.
Because you had to still pay.
I was over there, and let me tell you what happened. I was at the pearly gates of heaven, and there I was, and they were looking it over. St. Joseph was looking over all my stuff, and he was on my social media, and he was like, "Oh my God!" And going over, and then somebody yelled at him from
and you're
the
like,
back.
"I don't have messengers or whatever."
Yeah, I know. So what? That's effing funny. Can't bust me. You can find nothing.
They said, you don't have to be afraid when you erase everything.
You have to, and then, okay, so they're going over everything, and then somebody called out his name, and he turned. When he turned, I took off.
You're like, hell no.
Yeah, I'm not going in. They were looking for messenger.
They were looking for messenger. They're like, wait a minute.
He don't have
It's
messenger.
like, and then they go to your phone, like how many days do you keep your deleted stuff in there?
or they look for names that don't match, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what is his other account? Like how many people have other accounts?
Or two phone numbers that can ring into two places.
Yeah.
Or VoIP on there.
Oh yeah, I heard of that one too. So, but yeah, it is kind of crazy.
It's knowing how using technology to.
And he's a whiz. I mean,
migrate all over.
So St. Peter,
St. Peter. I like the part about Messenger. Like I'm gonna add that into it. So when I tell the story, I'm gonna add that into it.
See, I come up with good ideas.
It's because you know.
Yeah, well, people think that sometimes because I don't say things, so I,
God.
keep it to myself.
Thank God.
I don't know anything.
Thank God.
But you guys have no idea.
The only thing that's what I don't like I said several times, too many times, you're there. Oh, she had to hear that.
And then I read your mind.
I know that's
on
the
top
other.
Of that.
Yes, and then she can read my messenger, and I don't even have one. She's worse than St. Peter.
Yes.
I keep messing up. She's gonna turn it into St. Peter.
I'm gonna go and I was like, hey, I got this for you.
Yeah,
I know you've been
yeah.
looking for it for 10,000 years. I got it. How much you gonna give
Yeah,
me?
that's right.
I'm gonna make a deal with them.
That's like my sister. She has this photo, and she says, "I'm just waiting for the right moment."
Oh yes, I know the photo. Yes, that's true. I think that would be cute whenever
It
she
would.
decides
I
it's
think
the
everybody,
right
look at
moment.
this. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Jesus.
So tell me, there any other events coming up for KUHS?
Yeah, there's a
here
few other
this-
ones coming up, and so we're going to be launching those. I gotta make sure that it's all in order before we even say a thing.
Okay.
But we want you to be a part of it again, of course.
I wonder why.
Well, you know why. Come on, you're famous.
Because they throw me out there with like nothing. It's like,
Well,
well, you know,
because
she
you're
can pull it off.
Yeah, you're professional. That's what it's all about. And Mike Landis said that. he's a deep.
Yeah, Mike Landis. I haven't heard from
Yeah,
him in a while.
I've seen him a while, but he said that perfectly. It's how you approach the event and communicate it to your masses, and that's what you do right. At first, and if you look at this, you can see some of your interviews and how well you were doing your thing. But if you go back to some of the older Canciones de Domingo, my God.
Don't do that, guys.
Yeah, you could catch, if you want to see all the older versions of Canciones de Domingo with Sylvia, they're all in archive under Archuleta Promotions. Go see all you want. Just type in Sylvia and they'll all come
If
up.
you want to know anything about this guy, just text me.
No, she don't have
I'll let
Messenger.
you know.
I deleted it.
Just kidding. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long way, you know. It's like, I'm not gonna say that I was like this since the beginning, because first of all, I had no idea. I never really interviewed anybody. I never actually interacted or like.
MC'd even.
Yeah, exactly.
As you were doing other things, you were doing your small
Modeling and
small
acting,
films, acting.
you know,
stuff like
that's pretty much it.
But that's part of it, actually. Like Charlie, he's got acting and all that behind him. He's got a lot of stuff. I threw up an old school, very first time Charlie, and it had like 500 hits or something like that. He goes, "Wow, Henry, I couldn't believe I was watching how I was."
Which I need to get him into the
Yeah.
studio. I need to maybe next weekend.
And we had Hannah Brown here with Charlie on Friday.
Oh, you
not
didn't know?
see-
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah. So he.
He would have heard about it.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so she does a shout out to me, okay, and says hi, and I just want to say hello and say hi, shout out to you. Okay. Well, Charlie sees this shout out, right? He says, "Henry," I go, "What? Can you get her on my show?" I go, "Okay." "No, really, Henry, I'd really like to have her on my show." And so I says, "I'll be the best husband in the world." This guy wants you to marry him. And so I go, "Okay, Charlie." And so I got him on this. Well, it's trials and tribulations. He does stuff on PTSD and trauma and stuff like that. And so she got on there and told all about her trauma and what she did and how she got around it and stuff. And that was on Friday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
Yeah. It's like,
But what was going on Friday? I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think too.
I don't know. Well, no, who knows?
Well, that's what was happening.
Who knows? But yeah, but it'll be nice to have Charlie Pacello here. Maybe
You
next
guys
weekend.
would
Maybe next
really
weekend.
interact well.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
next
he really can get going. Now, what's nice about him, he never leaves home without a vocabulary. So what I do on Friday all the time, I'll pick a big word right out of his vocabulary, and I'll be in the back room, and I'll talk all ghetto. And while I'm talking, I'll put that big word in there and keep talking. And they bust up laughing the way it sounds.
Well, you know, he can be using his big vocabulary in English, and I'll do it in Spanish.
Well, he won't. But I'm just saying that he likes to use it when he does his show. Now, here's the thing. Like, I don't know if you remember this. I'm not sure if you were with us before, but I used to do this persona of old school fool. Do you remember that?
I don't think so.
Okay, so every DJ in here would like me to call in, and they talk to me on the phone as old school fool.
Oh, okay. No.
And I do this old school fool voice. It's real ghetto, and I'd always be riding around in my lowrider. And I'd always talk all this stuff, and really bad stuff. It was horrible. But every DJ wanted me to call in. Everyone, there was 5 of them, call in as old school fool. So I would put on the personas. Orale, man, I'm gonna be riding around in my lowrider, and I talk like this on the phone. Pero my girlfriend, man, she's so fat. I don't mind fat chicas, so yeah, they're cool. But my chica, she sat on my iPhone. Now it's an iPad. Those are the things I would say. That's why I came up with that the other day.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
So it was old school fool. It was a persona, and it's so funny. And it was only vocal. You couldn't see me, and everybody would say, "Call
I don't
in."
know what would I do if you like,
Call in, yeah, call
yeah.
in. I can go in the other room, call in this old school fool, and he's like, "It doesn't. You can't see me."
Yeah.
It's like it's funny. And then a couple of times I say I'm over here at the lowrider show, and these chicas are all around my car. I wish they get their fat asses off my car. They're gonna scratch it.
Well, I remember like the lowrider shows before. They were like very popular.
Yeah.
I don't really hear them much lately.
Yeah,
but before they were like.
They are still pretty big. There's still a lot of them going on around Denver and so.
Because I remember they used to bring like the big singers too, the big rappers.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, but there's one in Thornton. They were doing it every Friday evening, and with Eric Behill. And so I'd stop over there by the park, and there's all the nice cars, not just lowriders, but fine cars. So I go cruising through there just to look at those fine cars.
Yeah, they're so beautiful. I mean, even when we went to Florida in Universal, you know, they have like like a dining thingy there.
A dining thingy?
Dining. A diner. That's what it is.
A dining thingy. See, she could be the old school fool's chica.
See, I can do that too. I can do that too. And then put my, do my weird eyebrows and stuff like that.
Sweat so much they come off.
Like I have no eyebrows. No, but at the diner they have like the low riders.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful.
Now this is what's really funny in New Mexico. At the airport, they have the lowriders all inside the airport for display.
Oh.
As part of you fly
culture,
in.
yeah. That is
it's really cool.
Yeah, because here we have the Indian. What else do we have in here? There's quite a few. There's quite a few things because our airport here in Denver is huge. It's so beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. When I was flying back from New Mexico, he got us here like 15 minutes. They're like, "What's wrong with this fool? He had those jets opened wide up." It's like, man, did we get here fast? Pendejo.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it was like, pendejo. How'd you get? He goes, "We'll be arriving at Denver DIA here in 15 minutes ahead of schedule." Man, we were clipping, boy. I could tell. I was like, "Geez, this jet is moving." You could
I
tell.
wish when I travel they did that. For me, it's like, we are delayed. Like what?
Yeah, he took that thing up, and man, was he pedal to the metal. I could tell. You can hear those jets screaming.
Oh my God!
Now here was so funny. We look out the window, and I goes, "Are you coming into Denver?" Jesus.
Yeah, I was about to go to sleep.
Yeah, I was. And then there's always a chica next to me. I guess got to carry conversation. They're right there.
Of course, it's a pointer.
Up there and back, both.
See what I'm saying?
But they
anywhere you go.
No, they carry conversation. They says, "Can you turn on the cooling thing and point it at me?" I go, "Sure. How's that? You like that?" That was real. That's the real.
No, that happened to me once too, and that's how I'm laughing. It was a guy too. It was like, how can you, It was just like.
I'm getting hot anyway, sitting next to you.
But yeah, it is kind of crazy how things happen a lot of times. But you feel around this guy.
I don't know if he had to go pee or whatever, but man, he dropped that jet fast, went boom, and he jumped out and took off. I think he had to go to the bathroom or something because it was so quick.
Maybe so.
Yeah, and then we get in those little trains, right? And because they go so fast.
Yes.
I put my leg around one and I put my arm around the other, and I was texting for them to come and pick me up, right? And if I hit my head. You son of a bitch. Oops.
You had that fool.
Yeah. No, I was tight. I don't know how to hold
Is it because when they take off, it's like, and then when they
stop
break,
boom.
There you go again.
Yeah,
Do you get a double?
I was just trying to text because they were waiting on the what do you call it, the shoulder of the road. And we texted.
Where you shouldn't be?
Yeah, well they were allowing it.
Oh wow.
Everybody does that. Yeah.
But usually they come in and
make
kick
you
out.
Yeah. And so when you text them, then you can tell them I'll be up there in 15 minutes after I get through all this mess,
Yeah.
But it was fun. Yeah.
That is crazy, but no, seriously, DIA is one of the most beautiful airports that I ever seen.
Yeah, it is.
You know, well taken care of.
Mhm.
I mean, just everything,
The
technology.
only thing I don't like was when they search you. Now, when I went through the thing, you have to put your hands up
Uh-huh.
like this, and then they said, step to the side, sir. And they put the metal thing here. I go, I don't have original equipment. I really told them that. They realized that it's got the stint, the metal stint in my heart. Because they kept on, they're trying to
You
figure
know,
it out.
right here.
Well, no,
Right
I
here.
told them I don't have original equipment.
And they knew what
They
that
knew
meant.
that. Oh, yeah, just like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's a good thing. 'Cause, you know, sometimes I
She
know
was
you
being a
have
bitch.
something.
Yeah, there's something there, and that's what they knew. I go, I don't have original equipment. Oh.
No, you better feel bad.
Yeah. But they were putting it down there
Word.
too, and they were saying, boy, that's some mighty steel down there.
Hey, that's original equipment. That's original equipment.
That's original equipment.
Can you imagine? Like,
Yes,
it's
yeah,
so
that
funny.
is.
But no, I mean, they have to do what they have to do, you know. I actually am thinking about maybe working at the airport and.
Yeah, that's right by your home too. You can
Yeah.
go there and go. There are all kinds of jobs there.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And
stuff
then you can
going
be.
on.
I'll be walking through there. Beep 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 beep.
Payback speech. I'm just kidding.
That's not original equipment. That's not.
I'm like, hey, let's search this guy, take him to the room.
Yeah,
and
strip search him.
Make sure you shake every single.
Check every single crevice.
Yes.
No, Hita.
No. Okay.
No, no.
I won't do that for you. I
I'll
won't
be
forget
back there.
you. I don't think so. For what you told me yesterday, no.
Oh.
You don't want to go there.
You are clobbering me today.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
That's my job. That's my job. So anyways, anything else that we have going on?
Oh, that's it. But we have a few things coming up, and we'll be announcing those. And you'll see the posters, the flyers for the promo for all the social media sites, and all the different things that we've been doing. That was fun to go do that one. And like you said, it was sort of last minute. It really wasn't, but it was.
For me, it was.
Yeah, for you it was because I hit you up. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was hitting everybody up to see who can do it, but it always pointed to you. So I said, okay.
Oh, sure. And I got that point in the last minute too. So like everybody else get it.
I just put my hat on. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have probably not worn the jeans because that was really
That
hot.
was really hot. Yeah. Like I feel like I was melting.
Yeah, I was too, man. Our equipment was. I couldn't believe
Yeah.
it was holding up. The laptop held up somewhat, but it was really getting hot, so it stopped.
Yeah.
The iPhones just stopped. It says overheating.
Just nonsense. Henry tells Sylvia to come to me. Johnny's watching us. Happy Sunday, Sylvia and Henry. Johnny, kisses, my friend. Miss you tons. I thought that maybe you had a gig today.
And there's Eric Beagle. Hi, Eric Beagle.
Yeah, we said hi to Eric Beagle.
I said it again, so what?
Eric Beagle, thank you for watching. Kisses to you as well. He's just giving me a hard time. But yeah, so anyway, so we'll be posting all the information that is coming up on our social media. Make sure to follow us, like, share, whatever it is, if you can, the events, especially if you're in Colorado. And I guess that's all we have.
And watch soon you'll be seeing a lot of events that are just, you can't dream some of this stuff up. No, really, so these events that are coming up is like, where did you come up with such a great idea?
Cool.
Yeah, so you'll be seeing.
So I can't wait to hear about them too, because I don't know about them.
And
so.
like the one yesterday,
that one you said was.
Well, we had one before, like I told you, on Arapahoe, and that turned out super good because there was no COVID, no nothing. The Stuttered of American Idol was there. We had all these great groups. I could have sworn that. Well, Cha-Cha Chavez was with us. Were you around with?
No.
Okay,
no,
so you were around.
She was already gone when I came in.
Oh, okay, so then
I didn't get to see her.
Then you weren't with us at that time.
No.
Okay, so that's why you didn't go to that show.
That's the excuse. But Pero como les digo, por favor estén chequeando nuestras páginas de Facebook o de cualquier red social. Vamos a estar poniendo todos los eventos que vienen de aquí, que son parte de KUHS de Radio y Televisión, para que nos apoyen, nos vayan a conocer, así como ayer a toda la gente que fue a conocernos ahí al Festival del Chile. Muchísimas gracias a los que llegaron a presentarse, los que nos dijeron cosas muy bonitas, muchísimas gracias. Conocí mucha gente hermosa ahí en el evento y también en el evento después que fui, así que muchísimas gracias también a mi amiga Elizabeth por haberme invitado. Y ¿qué más? No, pues nada más estén al pendiente. Vamos a ver si tenemos aquí a Charlie Pachelo el domingo que entra. Vamos a hacer lo posible a ver si no está muy ocupado. Él es uno de los locutores de aquí también de KUHS. Ha estado hasta con el Papa, así que imagínense, tiene un historial de muchísimas cosas que él ha hecho y es una persona súper inteligente, es un chavo que tiene muchísimas cosas de qué hablar, así que vamos a ver si lo tenemos aquí el domingo que entra. Si tiene alguna pregunta acerca de él, porque pues también él es, ¿cómo se dice? Como consultante, algo así, de vida, les ayuda por decir, como si tienen algún problema en su vida, cómo pasar ese bache de mal momento que están viviendo, así que vamos a tenerlo pronto aquí en Canciones de Domingo con Silvia. Y pues que tengan un bonito domingo y muchas gracias por estar con nosotros y por haber estado ayer con nosotros también en casi todo. Ahí está enseñando el mini calendar. That's a mini calendar. Ese fue un pequeño mini calendario que hicimos como una pequeña prueba cuando saqué mi calendario que le regalé a nuestro Dani Ulibarri que nos esté cuidando. Ojalá nos esté cuidando. Dani, un besote muy grande. Gracias por todo. Y gracias a todos. Nos vemos el domingo que entra. Aquí en Canciones Domingo con Silvia. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Canciones Domingo with Silvia, with the Crazy Henry and Silvia Tessiri. Bye. Y aquí en el aire continuamos con más música y tenemos a Regulo Caro con Cicatrices.